Good morning, students. I'm Manoj Kumar Sharma. I welcome you all in Har Ghar Pathshala. Students, our today's topic is coordination compounds, and it's part 4 of class 12th. Today's subtopics are bonding in coordination compounds, failure of Werner's theory, valence bond theory, assumptions of valence bond theory. So, let's start with the bonding in coordination compounds. Since it was Werner who have described the bonding features in the coordination compounds for the first time. सबसे पहले जो बॉन्डिंग का कंसेप्ट दिया कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड्स में वो बेटा बर्नर ने दिया, बट बर्नर ने जो थ्योरी दी दैट कुडंट एक्सप्लेन some basic questions like why only certain elements possess the property of forming the coordination compounds. कुछ ही elements coordination compounds क्यों बनाते हैं? And then why the bonds in the coordination compounds have direction properties? उनकी direction properties क्यों हैं? Why coordination compounds have characteristic magnetic and optical properties? These some questions couldn't be answered by the Werner. Later on, beta, just to answer these questions, different theories were discussed. Later on, just to answer these questions, different theories discuss the nature of the bonding in the coordination compounds. और ये कौन सी theories थी बेटा? These are valence bond theory, crystal field theory, ligand field theory, and then molecular orbital theory. But at your level, we'll discuss only valence bond theory and crystal field theory. And both these theories, they're very important and many questions are asked in the exams. Hope you will understand it properly. So since let's start with the valence bond theory. Students, this valence bond theory was extended to the coordination compounds by Pauling in 1931. केमिकल बॉन्डिंग में हमने डिस्कस किया है BBT, but this theory was also extended to the coordination compounds by the Pauling in 1931. So let's discuss the assumptions of the BBT. बच्चों, central metal atom or ion in the complex, they provide the empty orbitals for the formation of coordination bonds with the suitable ligands. मीन्स पहली assumption ये है कि सेंट्रल मेटल एटम और आयन जो है वो आपको vacant orbitals provide करता है for the formation of coordination bonds with suitable ligands. और number of empty orbitals which are made available by the central metal or ion, that is equal to the coordination number of the central metal atom or ion. बेटा जितने एम्प्टी ऑर्बिटल्स सेंट्रल मेटल एटम और आयन प्रोवाइड करेगा वो किसके बराबर होगा? दैट विल बी इक्वल टू द कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर ऑफ द सेंट्रल मेटल एटम और आयन. नाउ atomic orbitals like sp and d of the metal atom or ion, ये क्या करेंगे बेटा? दे विल हाइब्रिडाइज टू गिव अ सेट ऑफ इक्वलेंट ऑर्बिटल्स ऑफ डेफिनिट ज्योमेट्री such as square planar, tetrahedral and octahedral. Means atomic orbitals of this metal, central metal, atom or ion, they will hybridize to give you a set of equivalent orbitals of definite geometry, and that geometry is square planar, tetrahedral and octahedral, etc. So since let's discuss the different hybridization and coordination number and their geometries. If the coordination number is 4, then its hybridization is sp3. Then geometry is tetrahedral. If coordination number is 4, even then geometry can be square planar, but its hybridization at that time will be dsp2. Means square planar geometry तभी होगी complex की if d orbital is involved in this. If coordination number is 5, then hybridization will be of sp3d and geometry will be trigonal bipyramidal. If it is 6, hybridization will be of sp3d2, then geometry is octahedral. But since again, if coordination number is 6, then hybridization is d2sp3, then geometry is again octahedral. What is the difference between these two? Here outer d orbitals are involved, here inner d orbitals are involved. We'll discuss what are these inner or outer d orbitals. Since जो आपके d orbitals हैं जो इन्वॉल्व हो रहे हैं आपके हाइब्रिडाइजेशन में, अभी बात की, that may either be inner d orbital or outer d orbital. Inner d orbital means n-1 d orbital. मीन्स आउटर मोस्ट शेल आपका n है, तो d ऑर्बिटल उसमें इन्वॉल्व जो है दैट इज n-1, एंड जो आपका आउटर d ऑर्बिटल है दैट इज nd, मीन्स आउटर मोस्ट d ऑर्बिटल्स. Now sp3d2, if the hybridization is sp3d2, it means here outer d orbitals are involved. If inner d orbitals are involved, then hybridization is written like this: d2sp3. So we'll discuss this inner and outer d orbital with the examples also. So यहाँ भी इतना ध्यान दें कि आपके जो d ऑर्बिटल इन्वॉल्व होते हैं हाइब्रिडाइजेशन में वो क्या हो सकते हैं, इनर d ऑर्बिटल भी हो सकते हैं और आउटर d ऑर्बिटल्स भी हो सकते हैं. देन जो लिगेंड्स हैं व्हेन दे अप्रोच द सेंट्रल मेटल आयन, these ligands should have at least one orbital containing a lone pair of the electron, जिसमें आपका क्या है, lone pair of the electron is there. So means जो ligands हैं बेटा, they provide the filled orbitals. Now when these filled orbitals of the ligands, they will approach the central metal ion, which is having vacant hybrid orbitals. Now these vacant hybrid orbitals of the central metal ion or metal atom, that will overlap with the filled orbitals of the ligand to form metal ligand coordinate covalent bond. ये क्या बनाएगा आपका, metal ligand coordinate bond बना देगा, and that is a covalent bond. Now applications of the valence bond theory. Since examples of the complexes of coordination number 6 are here. This is hexaamine chromium 3 ion. Now here coordination number is 6 because 6 ammonia molecules are coordinating with the central metal ion, that is of chromium 3 positive. तो coordination number कितना हो गया इसका? 6. So जो आपका atomic number है chromium का, that is 24. Then electronic configuration जो है 35 4s1. Now since here this d orbital is inner d orbitals with respect to this fourth shell. Now this is hexaamine chromium 3 ion. Its atomic number is 26. So the electron configuration is 4s1 3d5. This is 3d 4s and 4p. So these are the 5 3d orbitals, 1 4s orbital and 3 4p orbitals are there. So the electrons present here 4s1 then 3d5. तो d में कितने electrons है बेटा? 5. So this is the electron configuration of chromium. But here the oxidation of this chromium is +3. So means it is losing the 3 electrons. So it has lost rather 3 electrons. One is from 4s and 2 are from 3d. So then chromium 3, let's say again 3d 4s 4p. So here we are left with the 3 electrons in the 3d orbital. Now this is hexaamine chromium 3 ion. Again since these are the 3d 4s and 4p orbitals. Now when ammonia will approach the let me write the electrons first, 1 and 2 and 3. Now since just to form the 6 covalent bonds, now you know these 6 ammonia molecules are just approaching the central metal ion, and that has given this complex here. So this need 6 vacant orbitals. So these are 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 6 vacant orbitals, these are available here. Now these 6 atomic orbitals of this central metal ion, they will intermix together. और ये 6 कौन से हैं? 2 d, 1 s और आपका 3 p orbitals. Now these 6 orbitals, they will intermix together to give the new hybridized orbitals, that is d2 sp3. Now here inner d orbitals are involved because here fourth is the last valence shell beta and inner to the last is 3. So third shell के जो आपके d orbitals and they are involved in the hybridization. So this is a inner orbital complex, that is d2 sp3. Now these 6 hybridized orbitals which are vacant are available for the bonding when these 6 ammonia molecules will approach the central metal ion and they will form coordinate bond like this. Now this is ammonia that is having filled orbital, they will overlap with the one of the d2 sp3 hybridized orbital. Now these 2 electrons are provided by this ammonia. So now that is going to form a coordinate bond here. Similarly, other ammonium ligand that is also providing these 2 electrons. Now means filled orbitals of the ligand are overlapping with the vacant orbitals of the central metal ion, that is chromium 3 positive here. and that is going to form the 6 coordinate bond. Hope students this is clear. Now if you see here, 3 electrons are unpaired. Unpaired electrons are there that will account for the magnetic property beta. If unpaired electrons are there, means this complex is paramagnetic in nature, means that is attracted in the magnetic field. But अगर सभी आपके paired होते तो क्या होता? Diamagnetic होता. And hybridization is D2sp3, then its geometry is octahedron. Means ये जो आपके 6 ammonium molecules हैं, they are directed towards the ends of regular octahedron around the central metal ion. Hope students this was clear. Students ये BBT से एक ऐसा क्वेश्चन आता ही है just to discuss the behavior of the complex ions or geometry of the complex ions. So understand it properly. Let's take another example. So now next example of coordination number 6 complexes is hexaamine cobalt 3 ion. Because here 6 ammonium molecules are directly linked with the central metal ion, that is cobalt 3 positive. So coordination number of this complex ion is 6 and central metal ion here is cobalt 3 positive. So since the atomic number of this cobalt here is 27, so the electron configuration is 4s2 3d 7. So let's say these are the 3d orbitals, these are the 4s orbitals, and then 4p orbitals. So these are 5, 1 and 3. 4p orbitals are there. Now the electron configuration is 4s2. So 2 electrons are in the 4s orbital and 7 electrons are present in the different 3d orbitals. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5, then 6, then 7. But the oxidation state of this cobalt ion in this complex is +3. So means it has lost 3 electrons. So 2 आपके कहाँ से जाएंगे? 4s से जाएंगे और एक आपका 3d ऑर्बिटल से जाएगा इलेक्ट्रॉन बेटा. सो कॉपर 3 आयन की जो आपकी इलेक्ट्रॉन कॉन्फ़िगरेशन रहेगी फिर वो क्या रहेगी? 4s तो 0 हो जाएगा, 3d भी कितना रह जाएंगे आपके? 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. सो 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6. So this is an example of your 3d6 system. Now since this cobalt 3 positive ion will provide the 6 vacant orbitals because coordination number is 6. अभी हमने BBT में बात की कि आपका सेंट्रल मेटल आयन जो है उतने ही ऑर्बिटल्स प्रोवाइड करेगा जितने आपके क्या हैं लिगेंड जो है अप्रोच कर रहे हैं, जितना जो है उसका कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर है. सो कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर इज 6. सो आपका कॉपर 3 आयन कितने वेकेंट ऑर्बिटल्स यहां प्रोवाइड करेगा? 6 वेकेंट ऑर्बिटल्स प्रोवाइड करेगा. सो बेटा जब यहां अमोनिया जो है अप्रोच करेगा कोबाल्ट 3 पॉजिटिव आयन को और वो कंप्लेक्स दे देगा आपको हेक्सामाइन कोबाल्ट 3 आयन. Now again 3d 4s 4p. Now since जब आपका अमोनिया जो है अप्रोच करेगा सेंट्रल मेटल आयन को, तो then what will happen? These 3d orbitals will undergo the pairing. आपकी यहां क्या हो जाएगी? पेयरिंग हो जाएगी बेटा इनकी. क्यों होगी? This information was not given by the BBT. Now see, these are the two electrons there. Now, just see the pairing has taken place over here. When these ammonia molecules are approaching the central metal ion. Now here we have vacant d orbitals. Two vacant d orbitals are there. One s is there, and four p orbitals are there, which are vacant now. Now these six vacant orbitals will intermix together, will hybridize together to give the hybridization D2sp3. So मीन्स जो आपकी हाइब्रिडाइजेशन है यहाँ सेंट्रल मेटल आयन की, जो आपका सेंट्रल मेटल आयन है यहाँ कोबाल्ट 3 पॉजिटिव, उसकी जो हाइब्रिडाइजेशन दैट इज D2sp3 विच इज प्रोवाइडिंग दीज 6 वेकेंट ऑर्बिटल्स. आप क्या करेंगे जब ये अमोनिया मॉलिक्यूल्स आपके अप्रोच कर रहे हैं, सो दे विल प्रोवाइड द फील्ड ऑर्बिटल्स to overlap with the vacant D2sp3 hybridized orbital and will form the coordinate bond. So these are the electrons which is provided by this ammonia molecule here. Similarly other beta. So this way here 6 coordinate bonds are getting formed, means 6 ligands, that is 6 ammonia molecules which are directly linked with the central metal ion, that is a cobalt 3 ion. So since its hybridization is D2sp3, then इसकी जो ज्योमेट्री रहेगी वो क्या रहेगी, octahedral रहेगी. And since all the orbitals are having paired electrons rather, it means this is diamagnetic. This is the example of diamagnetic, and the geometry is octahedral. Since there is no unpaired electron here in any of the orbital, so these are the 6 electrons which are paired over here. So beta, it means this complex ion is diamagnetic, and since 6 ammonia molecules are directly linked to the central metal ion, means coordination number is 6, so its geometry is octahedral. Hope students this is clear. Since next example of coordination number 6 is hexafluoridocobalt 3 ion, COF6 3 negative. Again, since cobalt is there, cobalt की जो आपका atomic number है that is 27, और electronic configuration that is 4s2 3d7. So these are the different orbitals, different subshells which are involved in this. तो 3D में आपके क्या है, 5 ऑर्बिटल्स हैं, 4s में 1 है और 4p में 3 ऑर्बिटल्स हैं. Now 4s2 and 3d7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So these are the 7 electrons which are present in the 3D orbitals. But here oxidation state of this cobalt is +3. So since +3 है तो क्या होगा, it means cobalt has lost the 3 electrons. So 2 will go from 4s and 1 will go from 3d orbital. So now electronic configuration is 36. So this is the example of 3d6 system. Now when these 6 fluoride ions, which are the ligands over here, which are approaching central metal ion, जो आपके central metal ion को approach कर रहे हैं. Now these are the 3D, 4s and 4p and 4d subshells, and 3D is having your 5 d orbitals, and that is having your 6 electrons are there in the 3D beta subshell, and 4s, 4p and 4d. These are your all vacant orbitals. So since when fluoride is approaching the central metal ion, तो सेंट्रल मेटल आयन मस्ट पोजेस, उनके पास क्या होने चाहिए, वैकेंट ऑर्बिटल होने चाहिए. कितने होने चाहिए, 6. सो बेटा these d orbitals are filled, so 6 orbitals we need which must be vacant. तो 4s एक हो गया, 3 ये हो गया और 2 हमें d 4d ऑर्बिटल चाहिए. सो these are the 6 orbitals which will intermix together to give sp3d2 hybridization. तो मीन्स ये 6 ऑर्बिटल जो हैं they will hybridize together to give you the 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals. Now these are the vacant orbital. जब आपका फ्लोराइड आयन जो है अप्रोच कर रहा है सेंट्रल मेटल आयन को, क्या कर रहा है वो, दैट इज filled orbitals are going to overlap with the vacant orbitals. और ये vacant orbitals कौन से हैं, sp3d2. Now another fluoride ligand that is overlapping, उसके जो filled orbitals है they are overlapping with the another sp3d2 hybridized orbital of the cobaltine. Similarly other will overlap it and they will form 6 coordinate bonds. So since 6 coordinate bonds are there, so it means this complex must have octahedral geometry and the hybridization is sp3d2. और इसमें क्या है, outer d orbitals are involved, not the inner. and दूसरा बेटा यहाँ क्या है, unpaired electrons हैं. तो this complex is paramagnetic in nature. So this is paramagnetic in nature and geometry is octahedral. Is that clear? Because hybridization involved here is sp3d2. Hope students this is clear. So with this beta, thank you. Hope you have enjoyed the today's lecture. So thank you.